Christmas is in 1 week, and I don't know if you are even able to comprehend what's going on. I mean, I'm not sure if it's gonna come out in Christmas or not, but I have made a poll where I've asked you guys if you think that the update is gonna come out on Christmas or not, and I've got some very interesting results. So on my Twitter account, which obviously you should follow right now, we have almost identical things. So yes and no at the same time. People have no idea what's going on, and some people absolutely have no faith that it's gonna come out at all. And I cannot really blame them, seeing what's been happening recently. And yeah, on Twitter, many people said that it's not gonna come out on Christmas with about 1,000 votes. However, on my YouTube channel, on this one, I have made this poll, which got 24,000 votes and 62% said yes. So we can't really do anything about it. I just wanted to share this with you. And today we are also going to talk about something very, very interesting which is why this is also the reason why the intro was like that, because I don't think we are quite ready for the bad side of Geometry Dash 2.2. Because we all know that, we have seen all the good stuff from it, the sneak peek, the new icon kit, and all of this stuff. But are we really ready for the negative stuff that is also kind of, gonna come up with the update itself? Or are we just gonna take the good things and leave the bad things behind? Which is obviously not gonna be possible. Today's topic I find very, very interesting, and it's very hard. It's a problem that is very hard to solve. And it was suggested to me by this guy. I can't pronounce his name. I would say Bros Kilometers. Broskiem or something. I don't really know. But he's a very nice guy. And he said that in 2.2, the physics of the game, how the game is going to function, is going to be all determined on 240 hertz. So the whole physics of the game are going to run on 240 hertz. And I have talked about this in many of my videos. However, I think I should do a little recap of what this really means. And if you are a PC player, you might have seen some issues with certain levels that seem possible, but absolutely are not possible. Okay, it took me some time, but I found the perfect level to demonstrate this. So, this is a very big issue, so you have to listen closely and understand every single thing I'm going to mention. So firstly, in Geometry Dash 2.1, the physics that the game runs on depends on your monitor's refresh rate or your phone's refresh rate. So for example, if you are playing on a mobile, your hertz is going to be 60, most likely. And if you build a level with 60 hertz, and it's going to be something like this one, it's very, ignore the fact that it's like messy and stuff like that. I was just talking about physics here. So if you build something like this and play it on your phone, you would be like, okay, this is a little bit hard, but it's doable, It's nothing too special, you know what I'm saying? However, there are people that build levels on 240 hertz, on 360 hertz, and also on 144 hertz. And the reason why this is a problem is because Geometry Dash physics hertz depends on your monitor's refresh rate. And for this exact reason, a level like this, which was made on 60 hertz, cannot be beaten on a 240 hertz. So here I'm playing on 60 hertz right now. However, I can go to Mega Hack and I can change that in here, make it 240 hertz. And this is how it's going to be in 2.2. We're going to be playing on 240 hertz. This one is going to be absolutely locked. The physics are going to be locked. And look at this. You just die. You just die. And I feel like this is going to be probably the biggest issues in 2.2. Like, this is going to be the issue that everybody is going to be talking about. Like, imagine the creator of this level that made this back in 2015 or something. He comes back with 2.2. He's on 240 hertz. And by the way, in 2.2, I'm just going to have to clarify. In 2.2, even if you have a phone that's on 60 hertz, it's still going to function as if it was on a 240 hertz physics. So this way, the physics are basically fixed from there on. And all levels from there are going to be like exactly the same. So if somebody makes a 2.2 level that's nearly impossible, like this one, for example, then everybody else is going to have the exact same experience, unlike this one where, 240 hertz just sounds impossible. Or you can just jump in here, but the thing is that on 60 hertz you don't do anything and you get past that. For example, imagine if there is like a spike up there or something. And this is a problem that is very, very controversial in Geometry Dash, especially because Geometry Dash is all dependent on levels, and if you have something in an update that people build stuff with, you cannot change that later on with future updates because it's going to ruin old levels. And this is a big problem. I just switched to 60 hertz and it's possible again. And let me tell you, you may say, well, who cares about levels like this one where, like a random level with 8 likes. But believe it or not, I've watched a lot of EVW's videos about Impossible or Not, and there have been so many levels that are only possible on 60 hertz, and all of these levels are not gonna be possible to beat. They are literally gonna be humanly impossible to beat in 2.2 unless we get a patch update or something that's gonna allow us to like revert back to 60 hertz somehow, at least for the game physics and how the game functions. So this is basically like a very small level, but in the gauntlets, in the last gauntlets, I have played all of these gauntlets on 240 hertz after like the 2.2 release date was announced. I've played them all, completed every single one of them, and there was only one level that had some very weird stuff in it that was only possible on 60 hertz. And where is it? It's this one. It's in the Chaos Gauntlet. It's called this one, the second level. It's an XL, and I'm gonna play it on 240 hertz, and it's a pretty easy level. Like it's a 6-star, nothing way too special. And I played this on stream, and everything was going fine, nothing too bad. And all of a sudden you will approach this one, where you click and you die. You just die. And your game crashes also. Wait, what? Okay, my game crashed. That was not intentional. I don't know why that happened. That's not a part of the issue at all. I was gonna talk about something else. Okay, so let me just go into the editor and show you. This is the part where you die. Look at this. I just hold and then I die instantly. This is 240 hertz. However, I can somehow like click it late and still survive. However, is that really how it was supposed to be? Let's check. Let's go on to 60 hertz and see. Now I hold and it's easy. Easy peasy. You just hold and then it's over. You don't have to time anything. And this is how it was supposed to be, because it's obviously a 6-star level and it's also in the gauntlets. So this is an issue. I have also got some people to tell me that there are way many more levels that are like that in the map packs that have these issues. And I think it's a huge problem, because even if there were like these small recent tab levels that are just going to become impossible in 2.2, I don't think that's fair. I really don't think that's, it just feels wrong. You can't just have a bunch of levels that just turn impossible because an update releases. I mean, I know that from 2.2 on, the physics are gonna feel way better and they're gonna be way more consistent across all the platforms. However, that's gonna ruin a lot of things for previous levels. And I have seen some suggestions from the mod team and from up there about how they are gonna handle it. And the suggestion was a not very realistic one, I'm not gonna lie. And it was to give some moderators the access to change levels and update them basically. So they basically, if this one was like impossible on 240 hertz, they would just go on it and then update the level themselves, fix the issue in the level, like literally go into the level editor. Like for example, if we go on to the level that I just played, the one that was impossible, they would literally go into the editor, make this one easier and functional on 240 hertz. For example, if it's killing you, you just move it up like that and then update the level. So the level would basically get changed. That's one thing. And the second thing is that there are so many levels that have this issue. There are countless levels. You're not gonna, you know, you're not playing against a bunch of levels. You have 90 million levels. Are you gonna go and check every single one of them? Or are you just gonna prioritize the map packs and the levels that give you stars over others? Because I think that would still be kind of unfair, because why would you just play a recent tab level, for example, and it's just being impossible? And that's the thing. In 2.2, there's for the first few months, there's probably not going to be any mega hack or something like that. So they are basically impossible to beat. And this is, I think this is a huge issue. And I honestly, I don't even know how something like this can be fixed. Like, how can you overcome an issue like that where, if you have a bunch of levels that use something terrible in the game, that you do want to change but can't, but still force yourself to do so, that of course is going to lead to huge problems. But I can understand why from 2.2 on everything is going to be way smoother. But unfortunately, these levels are going to be left behind, and it's going to remain impossible, which is kind of, it's kind of devastating. I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like this is the major issue that's going to rise with 2.2 if it's not the server issues. But yeah, this is I think this is it for this video. Let me know what 4 minutes left. Okay, let me know what you think about this issue, and if you have any suggestions on how it can be possibly fixed, because I think some suggestions from you guys could help. I might also like pass some information upwards to see if, because this is a genuine issue that has to be fixed, and yeah, maybe you guys have some thoughts. I mean, sometimes people have to just take a look at the issue from the outside, like you guys are watching me talking about it, and maybe you have like a bunch of thoughts that you want to share. So yeah, do it in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next. I love you guys, by the way. You guys have been big support, big thumbs up for you guys. And I will sorry that I have not been streaming on Twitch. Okay, I'm live again soon, so make sure to slap that follow button on Twitch as well, so you don't miss anything new, and I will see you guys in the next video.